It is nice seeing people in our stadium again. And I think this is a nice way to begin the month of July, and also a great announcement today. So today marks a new beginning for WSU women's tennis. If this was 2019, we would not be able to do this announcement because Raquel Atawo would have been playing at Wimbledon. But as things have changed the past 2 years, her and her husband Toby have welcomed their son Dominic into the world. He's 10 months old. Raquel retired from professional tennis after the U.S. Open, and she spent the last 2 years as an assistant at Cal and at Auburn. But her tennis life, as we learned as she met with her team last week, has taken her all over the world. And fortunately for us, that trip around the world has led her to Pullman, Washington. So it is my distinct honor to introduce the 8th tennis coach in the history of our program, Raquel Atawo. Raquel, come on up.
Hello, Pullman. Thank you, Pat. Thank you to Brian, Bill, and Ann for the opportunity to lead the women's tennis program. I feel very honored to be here. I want to thank my family. I have the best mom in the world and now the best grandmother to my son, and Toby to my husband. He's just been there, been a rock for me throughout all of our travels and last 20 years of our relationship. Today's extra special actually for me. It's July 7th, and it's the 14th anniversary of my father's passing. He passed away on 7/7/7, so I feel like it's kind of symbolic that he's looking down and he's very proud. I just want to express how excited I am to be leading this team. When the opening became available, I immediately got on it, and I wanted to make sure I was a front runner because it's coming back to the West Coast. This is home for me. I grew up in California, my family's there, and I played at Cal, and so coming back to the Pac-12 is very special to me. I'm very familiar with the conference. A lot of the coaches were coaches when I played. And on top of that, we're going to be playing some of the best teams in the country during season, and that's where we want to be. You want to be facing the best teams. If we can beat Stanford, if we can compete with UCLA's and USC's and Cal's, then we're going to be competing with the best teams in the country, and that's what we want. My goal for the program is definitely to be competitive, take us to places we haven't been before, reach new heights, competing with those teams regularly. I know we've done it before, so I know we can do it again, more consistently. The girls on the team are hard workers. I've heard really good things about them. They have a great team culture, and I'm looking to just add to that and to build on it and take them far. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I look forward to definitely feeling the energy come back into the town. I know it's a little quiet right now, but I've heard about this energy that comes with the students, it comes with the games, and I'm just looking forward to being a part of that, and thanks for the opportunity.
At this point, we're going to take questions. Doug Taylor.
Coach Atawo, welcome to Pullman. Doug Taylor from the Palousas ESPN here. I wanted to ask you what drew you in particular to Pullman. Understandably, playing in the Pac-12, you may have even played on the courts here, but what drew you to Pullman to take over this program here, which has had a long run and long tenures for coaches previously?
Yeah, I think it's primarily that I could put my stamp on it. It's a growing program. There's a lot more room for growth. So I can come in here and do my thing and, take it to new places. My philosophy is to instill a lot of confidence in the girls. And so I think with a program that has room to grow, I think that's a good start. A good place to start is knowing that when you go on the court, You know, on paper, maybe you're supposed to lose, but that's not what I'm going to teach. You know, I want them to know every time they step on the court, they can compete and they can win. There's not much separating these girls, the teams. There's really not much. And so that little bit of belief and confidence that we can take on the court every single time, I think gives us the best chance to compete. And so I felt like coming here, I could do that, you know, with a new program.
Also, as well, I wanted to ask about how your professional experience, obviously a long career and a successful career in professional tennis, including playing on its grandest stages, what do you take from that experience to instill that confidence in players here in the field house or on the outdoor courts?
Well, I think it comes from playing. You've got to play. You've got to be in those tight situations, dealing with the emotions that you do. But I think, you know, we can do stuff daily. We can do breathing, meditation. We can work on our rituals. That's all stuff I learned as a player from being out there. I think one thing that kept me out there as long as I was out there was the desire to improve. So every single time I stepped on the court, there was a purpose, there was a plan. I'm not just going out there to hit 1,000 balls cross court. Like, there's a plan every single time, and that's what these girls need is, you know, very specific plans for them, individual practices and planning to get, you know, to get better at their strengths and their weaknesses.
And finally, for me, also, coaching, it's been a short career in coaching for you, so a quick riser certainly here to take over a Pac-12 program. How long have you been interested in coaching, and what do you draw from your experience, not only as a volunteer at UC Davis, but also then at Cal and Auburn, to bringing that into your program that you'll be in charge of and, as you say, putting your stamp on?
Yeah, I have always wanted to be a coach, though. So it's I've been, you know, doing it maybe for a short while, but I first wanted to do it as when I was a player. So I had a really good relationship with my college coach. She had a big impact on me and how I see help on the court. I was very lucky to have a lot of great coaches along my path, and they, you know, gave me, every time they saw something I didn't see, I just felt that was super valuable. And for me to be able to give that back to these young women is, you know, something I feel is very rewarding.
Okay, Coach, thank you. And again, welcome to Pullman.
Thank you.
We had one comment through the chat line. Coach, how do you think your professional experience will benefit you in recruiting?
Oh. Well, a lot of these girls want to be pros. I don't think they know how hard it really is. I think it's a very common thing you hear is, well, I want to be pro. I want to go pro. I want to go pro. It's different to live it and to do it. I think that I can tell them how hard it is and make sure they really want to do it. You know, being out there for 15 years, the ups and downs, starting low, finishing high, the daily grind of it. I can, you know, talk them through that, how to plan their schedules. But I think the thing that I gained, you know, one of the most important things I gained was that emotional intelligence of how to handle matches. And so when I see them playing, I pick that out, I think, quicker because of my playing experience. So I can see them when they're about to you know, have a meltdown, or their energy's a bit too low, or their energy's a bit too high. And I think that has come from so many years of playing at the highest level, and being able to now see that in other players.
Thank you. At this point, we're going to bring up the voice of the Cougars, Matt Chazanow, for a Q&A session with Coach Atawo.
Welcome. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Congratulations on the new position. Most importantly, on being a new mom. Dominic, who's taking a little snooze right now, I think, is excited to be here nonetheless. What's it been like for you as a new mom?
It's been a whirlwind. I think that taking on all this at once has been, I think, you just go with it. You know, you just, one more thing you add, sorry, I'm
It's been a busy 2 months.
yeah, but you know, I know I can handle it. I've been traveling the world, dealing with playing and, you know, travel, and it's just one more thing that you add to it, and you can power through it. So.
Well, you've found a wonderful home here in Pullman, a very welcoming place for sure. Why was Washington State University such a good fit?
Well, I like the family atmosphere here for us. It's quiet. You can just get to work. You know, I think with recruiting, I'm going to want players who want to work. You know, don't need glitz and glam, all that. We can come here, we can get to work, we can get better and succeed, and that's what I'm looking for.
You've been here for 2 days, I think, or probably
Yeah.
a whirlwind 2 days. What have
Yeah.
your impressions of Pullman been as a college town, and then the way the campus is centered and all of it? What are your thoughts on Pullman?
Yeah, well, it's a really pretty campus. I'm getting a tour later today of everything, but you know, that energy that we've heard, I know it's a bit quiet right now, but I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to the games, the kind of the intimacy of this, and kind of that family atmosphere. Everybody knows you. You know, you can go grab some food with people. You know, it's not too big, and so I like that. I think, yeah.
You played at Cal. Give me some of your Pac-10 playing memories, if I can put you on the spot, and if you have a favorite,
Yeah.
then drop that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, it's just that team, you know, it's not one thing that stands out. Like, you could easily say all the wins, you know, when you win a tournament and winning, you know, NCAAs and all that. But I think it's just looking down the courts, looking down, seeing everybody fighting together, being a team. That's something you don't really have as a junior, you don't really have as a pro. So it's unique to college. And, you know, it's kind of funny, one thing that stands out, though, is it wasn't really on the court, but we had a small team meeting room, and I had a tendency to cramp, like muscle cramp, because I was very tight. I would play very tight, and one time we were meeting after the match, and I was kind of in the middle, and all of a sudden I cramped, and I went like this, and I had all this, you know, it was all this commotion, and my assistant coach kind of pulled my leg back and tried to stretch it out, and so I never lived that one down. Everybody would make fun of me and do this whenever they would see me. So
Was that in 2003 when you won the doubles title?
it could have been in 2002, actually, yeah.
So you figured it out, and then you won a doubles title at
Yeah,
Cal. What was
yeah.
that experience like? You won the title.
Yeah, I think we actually just had a really good, everything came together on that one. You know, everything came together. I don't think we had too many close matches score-wise. So I think my
So
coach...
you blew everybody away.
No. But my coach focused a lot on doubles, so, you know, we were able to learn a lot from her.
Yeah, you won 18 titles in your career, 18 doubles titles.
Yeah.
Going on in your pro career also. Put your pro career, maybe not into perspective, but what are some of the fond memories? You mentioned you've traveled the world, you were ranked 10th in the world at one point as a doubles player. You played singles as well. What was being an elite pro tennis player like, and how will you translate that to the athletes?
Well, definitely the Grand Slams are special. That's where the best of the best come, and they want to peak. So doing well at the Grand Slams was always a really great feeling. I think when you're an athlete, the playoffs are kind of what the whole season is based on. You want to make the playoffs, and so we have something called the championships. And so for singles and doubles, the top 8 make it at the end of the year, the best results throughout the year. And, you know, playing out there for so long, never quite made it. And then one year, we're the very last regular season match, we're playing the team for that 4th spot. So it was top 4 for a long time. And we're in Moscow, we're playing 2 Russians, and we lose it like 7-5, 7-5, and we're just by, you know, a couple points, we don't make that 4th spot. The very next year, they added 4 teams, so they made it top 8, and we happened to finish the year top 4. And so we were like, okay, we're just really proud that we made that, without having the additional spots.
Didn't have to expand it.
Yeah. But I think to translate it to the girls is just working hard, valuing everybody on the team, but I think of myself as like a soft disciplinarian. So I'm not going to scream at them. I'm not going to, be crazy, but I do expect intensity, hard work every single day. And I don't expect less than that.
You've thought about that clearly because you went straight into coaching. You retired in 2019 and got right into it. Why did you do that? Why did you decide to be a coach?
I think giving back, like I said earlier, but I think I've been very lucky to have the foundation that I've had, the role models that I've had, who basically gave me all the tools that I needed to be successful. They didn't just do it for me, but started off with a great family. I've got a great husband who's, that's my base. And so looking at other young women who may not have that, if I can help them in any way, be that role model, be that leader, that's my passion. And I think if I can just give them some tools, to be successful once they leave college, then that's what makes me happy.
What are the initial lessons you've learned as a new coach?
When you see something, say it. Definitely say it. Don't hold back. The more you say, the better, the easier it gets. And normally it's the right thing. So, just say it. I learned a big lesson with injury, making sure that you're vocal, you're involved with the players in matches and not letting, other people take over.
What are you most excited for as a head coach, not as an assistant, but now it's your program?
Yeah, it's all the little things that, that I want to add to programs that maybe I couldn't have done as an assistant. I'm very big on breathing, very big on stretching, very big on the mental part of the game. I think that's sometimes more important than the physical, than hitting 1,000 balls. And so just being able to have that type of control over it. I think recruiting now, being a part of a program, leading a program, I can go out and, wear the Cougar, proudly and be able to attract people here. And, I think that's very exciting. Yeah.
What are your plans for the next few months, and have you had a chance to meet the team yet?
Yeah, so one of the players is here, FIFA. We're going to go to dinner tonight. Everybody else I've met on Zoom. And we've had one group meeting. We'll have weekly calls and, making sure I talk to them individually as well. But yeah, it's just a lot of communication at first with everybody in the department who I'm going to be working with regularly. Recruiting is starting already. Finding an assistant is starting. And just, eventually working. Yeah. Working hard on the court. So.
Well, congratulations. And on behalf of everybody here and this Pullman and all of Washington State, congratulations and welcome. Go Cougs.
Thank you. Go Cougs. Thanks.